Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katie Martin, and I am a meteorologist here at the National Weather Service, Atlanta. This is the weekly weather briefing for the next 7 days, and this has been recorded on Friday, May 20th. So our highlights for the next 7 days or so can be summed up as follows. Showers and thunderstorms are back in the forecast for much of the area this weekend, and the weather pattern will stay pretty unsettled next week, and that will bring rain chances each day to a good portion of the area. And with more cloud cover and rain chances across the area, temperatures will moderate a good bit, so we'll be looking at highs generally in the 70s and 80s next week, and lows generally in the 60s outside of the higher terrain of North Georgia, where we could have some lows in the 50s. So here's some satellite imagery taken a couple of hours ago around 11 a.m. Friday. And you can see that we're kind of wedged in between two systems or two primary areas of more active weather. We have the jet stream that's producing some active weather farther to our north across the northern half of the U.S., and then some activity over Florida, not tropical in nature, but that's where our two stormier areas of the country are. Whereas across much of the southeast, we actually have just been seeing some fair weather clouds develop today, and for the most part the area will stay dry. So here's a little more detail about today's forecast. We'll have highs in the upper 80s to the mid 90s. Isolated showers and storms will be possible across our far southern counties, but we are not expecting any severe weather today. Heading into the weekend for Saturday, highs will start to drop a little bit. This is a reflection of more cloud cover and some scattered showers and storms expected, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. And again, tomorrow, severe storms are not expected. And for Sunday, a similar setup. We'll have highs in the lower 80s to the upper 80s, so a good chunk of the area not experiencing 90-degree temperatures on Sunday most likely. And that again is due to fairly widespread showers across the area and some storms. And again on Sunday, at this time, we are not expecting any severe weather. So what happens going forward into next week? It'll be more of the same, similar to what we've seen or we will see this weekend. So this is just a loop of the GFS or the American global model. And the main takeaway here is that we're just going to be in a pattern where each day, especially in the afternoon and evening hours when we have the peak heating of the day, we'll have daily rain chances. And so again, this pattern tends to not be supportive of widespread severe storms, but each day, Monday through Friday, we could, of course, see a couple of storms that are stronger, and the main threats with those stronger storms would likely be damaging downdraft winds, perhaps frequent lightning, and some locally heavy rainfall. So how much rainfall? In general, we're looking at a pretty healthy amount. This is actually much needed rainfall, which we'll see on the next slide with the Drought Monitor. But in general, the current forecast is calling for widespread rainfall totals over the next 7 days of about 1.5 to 2 inches, with isolated totals of 2.5 inches. And as always, the caveat is that each day, as we get a better handle on where storms and showers are firing up and where they might be more persistent, we could see some totals higher than 2.5 inches, but those would generally be on a more localized scale. And finally, the Drought Monitor. In the circle here, we're depicting where abnormally dry conditions or D0 conditions have actually been added to this week's Drought Monitor update, whereas last week this area was not outlooked in any type of drought condition. Meanwhile, across a good chunk of central Georgia and our far southern and eastern counties, moderate drought conditions have persisted over the last couple of weeks. So again, some healthy soaking rainfall is certainly a good thing going forward. To summarize, we are expecting showers and thunderstorms to return to the forecast area this weekend. and an unsettled weather pattern where we're really humid and warm. We'll see daily rain chances in the afternoon and evening, especially for much of the area. That's expected next week. And as a result, temperatures will actually be moderating or cooling a little bit thanks to the increased rain chances and cloud cover. So we're expecting highs next week to be generally in the 70s and 80s, and lows next week generally in the 60s outside of the cooler terrain up north, where we could have some morning lows in the 50s for the North Georgia mountains. As always, we can be reached via telephone. You can go to our website, of course, for location-based forecast. Our social media accounts are always monitored, and this presentation will be located on YouTube, and it was recorded around 12:30 p.m. on Friday, May 20th. Thank you. Have a good day.